We're back. Yes. Radio host Princess Denise is back with my two special guests in the studio with me today, Sister Wanda Stuart and Bishop Judy Rivers. You know, I'm going to say this a little bit, and then I'm going to give space to Wanda to talk about this upcoming event, and also Judy going to share some details about all the great things that Wanda is doing. But Wanda is getting ready to tell you about something, so those that are sitting in the comforts of your home, about pajama time storytelling. Don't that sound good? Pajama time.
And this is for adults.
This is for adults, yes.
Pajama time
Praise
storytelling. Yeah, I know you're ready to listen. Okay, Wanda, let's go.
Thank you, Princess. Thank you, Bishop.
Amen. Praise God.
Pajama time, story time. You're like, where in the world did she get that one from? Well, it's a long story, but I'm going to make it real short. We are promoting literacy, and when I say we, I work in the community with an organization called Operation PAR, Parental Awareness Responsibility. And I also volunteer in the community, as you've already heard. I'm always wearing more than one hat, and people also know me for cooking cakes and quiche.
Oh,
but this time I'm cooking with literacy.
Okay.
Literacy in our community, as you have already heard through the news and through many households, is a very serious issue. We have to be literate. And so I said, why not have some fun? We're always talking about, oh, parents don't come out. They don't do this. They don't do that. Well, a lot of times we need to give the parents a break. Yeah. So we started talking, my friend and I, Mr. Ross Tarr, who owns a bookstore at 849th Street North. He said, you know, I want to get more people into the bookstore. He's really giving away books more than he is selling any books. And I said, well, you know, you got to reach out to the family, to the community. So we have created a collaborative initiative with the Parks and Rec Gladden Park Recreation Center.
Okay.
They bring the students over in an after-school program that allows us to do storytelling with them. And we have all these books that have been donated, so we are giving books to kids. And we're also doing storytelling with the kids.
Amen.
They get popcorn, all those kinds of things. So if you go to his website, you'll see that, and you'll see some of the kids. If you go to Facebook, he's on, and you'll see me actually telling some stories. So it's a unique activity to be able to do in the community at a quote-unquote mall space.
Okay.
It's a small pop-up shop.
Okay.
So it's really intricate, and it's also not just intricate, but it's very personable.
Okay.
So we said, well, we need to get outside of this space and let the parents come and have some fun. Now, you know, there's a certain holiday coming up, October 31st. Well, I said, well, we're not going to costume. I said, well, let's do something. I remember when my grandmother used to give me pajamas for Christmas and the jammies. You know, your grandma always gave you those certain things that you needed for.
Yes,
Pajama socks and drawers.
Exactly. You got it. you know, Bishop. So I said, let's have a pajama jam. And a friend of mine is promoting his business. So you have a little food before you come or when you get there. And about 7:15, we want to hear those real lived stories about the good old days, pajamas. And we want you to tell your story.
That's
so
right.
it's a Pajama Slam, storytelling Pajama Slam.
Okay.
And you're probably saying, well, how in the world did you get involved in storytelling, Ms. Wanda? A couple of years ago, I went to a national conference out in Missouri. I had the opportunity of hearing someone speak who happens to be well known to us through the African American Cultural Museum up in Washington, D.C., Dr. Rex M. Ellis.
Okay.
He is a member of the National Storytelling Association.
Okay.
Wow.
And here were these Groats. Okay, we've been involved in storytelling for years, but we don't tell the story.
No.
Okay, we remember Brer Rabbit, John Henry, all those stories.
Okay.
Well, think of it from a theatrical standpoint of you telling those stories.
Yeah.
So in Mount Dora, I actually got to witness another storyteller over in Tampa who's a retired teacher now, telling his stories, and he got the kids involved in puppetry. So in what I do every day in my real life of work as a prevention specialist, I educate the dangers of, you know, using things that you shouldn't use, drugs,
Yes.
all those kinds of things. So I tell a story about a butterfly who got involved in making poor choices. And
Oh, I want to hear that.
It's Mac the butterfly. And he made some poor choices and associations, and he wound up not flying with the other
Oh my goodness.
butterflies because he made poor choices. Now, this morning, before I came here, I was
Yes.
at the Mad Walk downtown at the Albert Woodard Airport
Uh-huh.
Park. And those people that were there were celebrating life, but they were also talking about the dangers. They had lost family members,
Right.
the people who had been in accidents, and they
Yes.
had been
Yeah, Mothers
DUI.
Against drug
Yes.
driving.
Exactly.
They do a lot.
Yes.
They do a lot. They do a lot to help the community to be
Healing.
affected by the things that have affected their lives. They've
Exactly.
lost loved ones,
Yes.
spouses, children, friends to that type of destruction. And it's
yes.
good to make people aware of that.
Yes.
I know that you're storytelling too. I'm listening, and I'm reflecting back on a friend that I had that we did a
Okay.
broadcast with, Princess Denise.
Who was it?
It was evangelist Josie Hall. It was a few years ago. She's gone on
Okay.
to glory. She met her
okay.
reward. But Josie did. She did a special with us on quilts.
Yes.
But
Oh,
Josie,
yeah. Oh,
Josie was a
yeah.
professional
Yes.
storyteller.
Yes.
And she used to go around to all of the schools and places in that community, and she would actually tell stories.
About the quilt making, right?
Right, with the quilts. But she
Okay.
was a professional
Storyteller.
storyteller. And
Yes.
it just brought her back to memory when you said that.
Well,
What a
that is
wonderful
what
way to
we are
share.
trying to do. We want the lived stories to be told. And I said, well, let's do something fun. Let's everybody, since we're not going to do trick-or-treating kind of thing, let's do Pajama Storytelling Slam.
That's good. See, now,
So
that's a good twist on it. You don't want to hear Halloween. No. This at our church, it's always, we're talking about fall festival.
Mm-hmm.
The fall festival. That's all they say. Pastor Ham say, no, we're not going to even say the word.
Well, here is
harvest
a great
time,
event.
you know.
October 20th from 6 to 10, we're doing Pajama Storytelling time. Adults only, because there may be some things that we may serve that are just for adults. But we want adults to tell those stories, those lived stories that they enjoy from back in the day. Especially about, I got a pair of pink pajamas, and you know what they had all the strawberry shortcake.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, those so cute.
You know.
So cute.
Now
Wanda.
listen, share with us where it's going to be again, because
Oh,
that's
sure.
very important.
Yes, 1742 Central Avenue.
Okay.
1742 Central Avenue.
Just right up the street.
Right up the street. And a
Okay.
friend of mine happens to be the owner of that establishment, Carl. Cookie Man Carl is known
Oh, yeah,
as
his
Cookie Man
place.
Carl. This is his
Yeah.
place.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
said he would be honored to host this event at 1742. It's the
Central.
Neo Soul Cafe.
Okay.
You probably know Carl for making those good
Good
cookies.
cookies,
And
yeah,
he
I've had it.
delivers those cookies all over the place. Well, this is his place. It's a nice venue for this event. And he's going to have his famous lobster mac and cheese.
Oh boy, that sounds
Oh,
delicious.
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
comfort food,
From
cookies and
6:30 from 6:30 to 7:15, and we're going to actually any donation that we get, we're asking a $5 donation. It goes towards the after-school literacy program. We're working on developing and encouraging community literacy, the ancient art of storytelling.
And listen,
That's what.
there's prizes for
Yeah.
the best storyteller
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh yeah. Monetary prize at that.
Wow, you guys
And
better
that
come
is
out
too
and
sweet.
share.
Only $5.
Only
That's a
$5
blessing.
donation.
You can't even buy dinner for $5
No,
at
that is
McDonald's.
that's really good.
You might as well
Five-
come out and have a good time.
$5.
Now listen, let me get this straight. Now, are
Okay.
you to wear pajamas?
You can wear them if you like, or
Okay.
I've already got mine.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I got a
Okay.
nice two-piece.
Okay.
Oh, it's going to
Okay.
be white.
All right. Y'all better
Okay.
come out in your
And you can,
stylish
there's a place there for you to
sleepwear.
change. You can change if you like to
If you
bring
wanna
it and
put on
change
that-
if you don't feel
yeah.
comfortable. I
Oh, that's
understand you don't want to
good,
walk around
Wanda.
the street with pajamas on.
You know, Wanda, I want to say this here, and I'm going to let Judy give some more information on you in this event. It was so funny. Before we started the broadcast today, I told Al you were going to be one of my guests, and he said, okay, well, what does Wanda do? And I was like, I don't know what Wanda do.
That is a good question.
I was like, I just talked to Wanda. I don't know what you do.
I am a drug prevention counselor, okay,
Praise God.
by day, over 20 plus years. I work for Operation PAR. I am a prevention specialist, I have a master's of science, and my goal is to educate. And I go out in the community, and I'm very blessed that I have been given the opportunity to do so much under the auspices of this organization in the name of education, and also through my church. I'm a member of the 20th Street Church of Christ, and I'm thankful that we do so many different things in the community, and that I'm able to partner and collaborate with so many. I like to encourage young people. I like to encourage the elderly. We even go out and educate people about the dangers associated with taking medications and mixing it with alcohol. We have a very serious problem with that with our senior population and those who take medication. So we have to really be very careful about what we put in our bodies. And the whole idea is to make sure that people understand you can have fun. You can have a lot of fun without making yourself sick on alcohol. I've gone to events and I've seen people just drink. We're not encouraging that you do that. We're encouraging that you do something positive with your time. As well as there's a new thing out, this juuling. We have middle schoolers that are trying to utilize these smoke pipes that they think are good.
Oh, yeah.
Just heard today.
The
vaping.
Yeah.
We were passing out literature on that. Parents, we're asking you to please monitor what your kids are doing. This vaping is very, very dangerous.
Where they get those from the store?
They get them from the store. And
I
they
mean,
should.
where little mini markets or
little mini markets, a little bit
drugstore?
everywhere. People have
everywhere,
them. We've
They
heard
have stores.
stores that literally vaping shops.
Oh my goodness.
So, these are the things that we're constantly educating and become aware of ourselves. So we're asking people to please educate. If you need us to come out, it doesn't cost you a dime for us to come out, okay? It doesn't cost any money. We're paid for through the tax dollars. Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is our funding source. I've always got paperwork to fill out, but it's worth it if we can just save one life.
Is there any contact numbers you got to give anybody?
I can give you our contact numbers.
Yes.
My office number is 727-893-5438, 727-893-5438. My name is Wanda. The last name is Stuart, Stuart. We're looking forward to you coming to our event. The event, again, is the Pajama Storytelling Slam at 1742 Central Avenue, and it's all about having fun. Having fun. We will have an information table set up for the bookstore as well as Operation PAR's prevention program. We work with bullying. We use evidence-based curriculum. So it's not something that's just off the cuff. It is actual information that's scientifically proven. We talk about the brain. I really like talking about the brain and the dangers.
Oh, I love hearing about the brain.
I have a video that I use for HRM,
yes.
Human Relations Media, that I use that really shows you the different areas of the brain and how the brain is impacted just by looking at a bottle of maybe Jim Beam or something, how it triggers certain things in the mind.
Yes.
So we're really looking forward to serving the community more. We've been doing this for a number of years, and I just like to say there are less people addicted than we think, and there are more people that are doing positive things. If the world were truly out of control, we would see more.
Yeah.
So let's keep this at bay, and let's keep doing preventive kinds of activities and educating the community.
Yes.
And I thank you, Princess, for giving me this opportunity, because it is unique and different.
Yes.
And we have another activity coming up in November 18th over at Studio 620. Another one of our partners, so we're hoping that people will come out to that November the 18th. But give me a call. I can give you more information. Or either you can give Mr. Ross a call at 727-418-5578. Again, his number is 727-418-5578.
Very good.
What you
Praise
got,
God.
Judy?
I'm just excited about the Pajama Slam. I'm going to go see whether or not I can get out there. And you know what? This is a little known information. I've authored a few books. I haven't published them yet.
Oh, awesome.
But one of the books that I authored was a children's book called Grandmamas Don't Need Nothing But a Little Bit of Sleep.
Ooh.
And I'm waiting to publish it one day. But, you know, storytelling is something that we have to really get into.
Yes.
You know, the first 5 books, and this is biblical. I have to put something biblical.
Thank
this
you.
is this
Thank
is
you.
a spiritual broadcast.
Uh-huh.
That the first 5 books of the Bible, the Torah, the Pentateuch, was written by Moses.
Yes.
And in those books, you have to remember that up until the time of Moses, everything was a story to tell. There was nothing written down by anyone up
Okay.
until Moses actually took the pen. He was the one that was learned, okay,
right.
by the Egyptians.
There you go.
And he actually recorded the first 5 books of the Bible that they had been telling over and over and
again.
over
The story.
again. The stories.
Story.
over and
Lived
over and over again.
stories.
Some of the stories were so old. And of course, written into that, you've got the law. You've got the Levitical part of it that was developed, you know, after Moses or whatever the case might be. But that's something that we really need. We need to know those little tidbits of information.
Thank you.
That Moses was the one who wrote that stuff down, the law of Moses. That's why they call it Moses'
Moses'
law.
law.
the law of
Exactly.
Moses, Because the
Exactly.
first 5 books was his
Well,
responsibility
amen to that. Thank
write.
you. Thank you,
Oh,
Bishop.
yes,
Thank
absolutely.
God. Thank God. And of course, God just gave us the first 10 commandments.
He did. He did.
He wrote
He
it
did.
himself with his
He did.
finger. Ding.
Amazing.
good.
Wanda, this sounds like be a great event. So before we leave the air, I want you to make sure you give them that address again, your contact number, and anything else you think on before we say we're out of here.
All right, very good.
Go ahead.
Again,
Go
the
ahead.
Pajama Slam story time will be at 1742 Central Avenue. The time will be 6:30 until 10 p.m. The phone number that you may reach us at is 727-418-5578. That is the organizer, Mr. Ross Tarr, bookstore owner. You may also reach me at 727-893-5438, 727-893-5438. And again, this is a Pajama Storytelling Slam for adults. We will also have another storytelling slam November the 18th. It will be called Celebration at Studio at 620 on First Avenue South, at 620 First Avenue South, where Bob Devin Jones is the owner and director there. And again, our phone numbers are 727-418-5578 and 727-893-5438. And I also have puppets, so I'll be using puppetry.
Oh, wow.
I have a new puppet that was given to me by National
Our little Muppet
Ventriloquist.
friend. She's our Muppet
I
friend.
have a new person I'm going to bring out, was given to me by Sandy Silver, who is an international ventriloquist and storyteller herself. She's going to be there November 18th, so I'm very excited
I
about
think you're going to
that.
have a lot of big kids there.
Oh,
today.
I'm going to have a lot of fun on November the 18th because I'm going to bring out my friend. I'm not going to tell you her name. All I can tell you is she is an angel. That's a little clue. And she is going to be at the November 18th event.
Now, listen, I know you want to encourage us big adults with the pajamas on
Yes.
to bring our favorite little cuddly toy. I know
Yes,
some,
please
I
bring.
sleep with a sheep. Okay?
Please
I got a
bring
sheep
it.
that I
Yes,
sleep with.
bring
I'm
it
just
on.
gonna
Bring it
go ahead
on.
and admit.
I got one that I'm going to bring. I'm bringing my
your blanket.
favorite friend, and I'm bringing your blanket with you. Okay, this is going to be fun, adults, because you haven't gone down this road in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, praise
and it
God.
really releases stress.
Yes, it does.
Because when I also present, I present on stress relievers and laughter, as we've done here today. Laughter is the key. Love and laughter.
Look how coloring books have now come
Oh,
back into
I love
play.
it. I have one.
I have
You
one
have-
of my ministers, believe it or not, in the gospel, one of my ordained ministers who works with me out in Texas, Susan, the one I tell you about all the
Okay.
time, she actually created a coloring book about
Excellent.
5 years ago because she said coloring's coming back.
Yes, it is. It's
coloring.
here. It's here to stay.
Bring all your comfort things with you for the pajama party.
Have some fun. I'm telling you, we're going to have a blast. You're going to love this. You're
I
gonna
think
say,
I better find me a new teddy.
bring that teddy on. And of course, we want to do
Glory to
this
God.
tastefully.
Yes,
We want to
do.
do this tastefully.
Yes.
Now, I know I said adults only, but now we got to do this tastefully, okay? All right. I love you guys.
Praise
So will this
God.
be anything like the pajama party on Stella Got a Groove. You remember the pajama party?
I gotta go back and review that movie.
I gotta go back and check this one out. But anyway,
Stella
it
got
is
a
going to.
groove on.
This is going to be tasteful, sisters and brothers.
Yes,
Okay. All right. But I'm looking forward to it. I really think this is going to be something unique and different in our city, and others are going to catch on to it. Everything I do, somebody catches on.
Praise
So
God.
I want you guys to come on to it. Let's have some fun.
Yes.
Because on the 31st, I know parents, you're going to have those kids. So this is
your
your
party
night.
time.
This is your party
Your time
before the
to-
31st. Okay.
To unwind and exhale.
Yes.
That's right.
Thank
Unwind
you.
and exhale.
We got about 4 minutes, Princess.
Okay, well, I'm just going to close with some chiming in again about the upcoming Thanksgiving event.
Yes.
You can have a minute or so if something comes to your
Yeah.
mind, and Wanda can have a minute or so.
Thank you.
So that's what we're going to do it. So I'm going to go first. Remember, upcoming Thanksgiving turkey giveaway and health awareness event will be held on Saturday, November the 10th, 2018, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Pinellas Technical College, which is located at 901 34th Street South. If you're listening and you're a business owner, entrepreneur, part of a church ministry or nonprofit, or just doing your own thing and want someone to know that you're doing something, I want you to give me a call, or you can call 727-824-7909 and sign up as a vendor. Vendor booths are available for $25 for that event. So you want to give products away, if you want to sell anything or promote anything, you need to come. We're going to have a big crowd, 400 plus people there. So you want to be there. You don't want to miss this. You need to be there. You need to be there. Okay, so call that number or call me if you want to sign up as a vendor. And if you are wanting to, say you've checked your bank account, see that you got a couple of thousand to spare, and you want to get
We'll be waiting. We really need those
It's definitely
turkeys.
needed.
Those
We
turkey
need the
dollars
turkeys.
too. Praise God.
give Princess a call at 727-488-8818 if you want to donate some money, turkeys, gift cards. Just touch bases with me. Let me know what you want to do, and we will make it happen.
And listen, we want to press this forward right now because this is a live broadcast that we're now doing. You'll probably
Yes.
hear it recorded in some of the other broadcast genres. But we want to tell you that this will be probably the last broadcast before the event. So that's why we're kind of pushing it a little early. But you'll hear the announcements over and over on WUJM and also some of the other local affiliates. And BGS will also be our co-partner in broadcasting this information. And so I just wanted to share that with you, that this is why we're doing the push for the event, and we're also doing the push for Sister Wanda's event. But the turkey event is a little early, but it's not too early for us because we'll be preparing to get ready for this great event. We were out beating the streets
Yes.
for turkeys.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're about 3
Yes.
weeks out, and hey, we wanted to come together.
We know that
Yes.
momentum picks up.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
when you get almost there, that's when everything falls in place.
Yeah, amen.
We're not there yet, but we're working on it.
Working
And
on it.
Wanda, what closing remarks for
I just
you?
want to say I've made my donation. Come on, you guys.
Yes.
I will be there physically, and I made my donation for the turkey.
Yes,
So
you
now
did.
y'all, come on. It's not hard. Hey, I am limited, but guess what? God gives the blessing.
Yeah,
He gives the flow. So you got it. Just
Yes,
don't
he
go get that coffee or whatever it is you're going to get. Okay, but you got to make that donation because
Yeah.
you know what? We're helping others. And through helping each other, we raise our community to another level.
Yeah.
Okay? We
Yeah.
can do it.
Hey, listen, if you can't get it to us, call us at Princess's number, 488-8818, and we'll come pick it up. We'll
All
come
right.
pick up the cards.
Okay.
We'll come pick up
That's
your
right.
donation.
That's right.
Some people can't get off from work. They can't take off.
That's right.
But I know this. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yep,
And
we do
will-
have taxi drivers. You're listening.
Absolutely.
You're listening to her right now, Bishop Judy.
Absolutely. Praise
And
God.
Sister Wanda, I got a little minivan. It makes all kinds of noise, but I will be there, and I know where she is. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. We're
We
looking.
will come pick it up for you,
Yeah, and-
without a doubt.
We're pretty
Without a
happy.
doubt.
We're
Without a
pretty
doubt.
happy about this event. It pleases us to please God, to serve His people, and we
Yes.
have to be able to give back.
Yes.
This is a community, 11-year community effort
Yes.
that has gone so well, and each time it gets increased. So we're
It
looking
does.
for.
We're
I'm
growing
not-
and growing
I,
and growing.
I always look for the after report.
Yes,
Because, you know,
yes.
instead of the 400, we have 600
We have
trying to figure out a
600.
way.
You know, and we really need to help one another. I just say love,
Yes,
love,
yes,
love.
Yes, Wanda.
I am so thankful for the love at this table because Lord knows I have needed it through all my trials and tribulations. And I just want to say thank you. This is why I don't mind giving back. We might get tired. We may have to sit down for a little bit, but we can get back up. And I'm just thankful that this radio station is here and Princess that you invited me again. Thank
Oh,
you so very
Amen.
much.
Praise God. Praise God.
In closing, we just want to let you know that if for any reason you feel that God has blessed you, you know He blessed you, and what you want to do is if He's blessed you, pass it on to help bless someone else. God is not asking you to give everything you got in your bank account to someone. All He wants you to know is that you know that if you're in a position to help someone else less fortunate, by all means, please obey the word of God and the Spirit of the living God when He tells you to give unto
Amen.
others less fortunate.
Amen.
All
Praise
right,
God.
that's all we want to say here today. You be blessed. Have a great weekend. And we pray that tomorrow you're led by the Spirit of the living God. Go ahead and go to church and get your praise on, serving a true and living God in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Praise God.
Have a great one. Thank you.
You have been listening.